Technically, I first came here, it wasn't even Blueberry Hill. So half of the bar was Blueberry Hill, and the other half was the original Cicero's.
Many patrons sit to the left side of Blueberry Hill, where it is more nostalgic for them, while to the right, the less populated side, is the old Cicero's that we now is Blueberry Hill.
Vintage Vinyl, which was the Varsity Theater, and we watched Rocky Horror Picture Show. And then after the movie, we'd come on over to the original Cicero's, which eventually closed down, and Blueberry Hill took over Cicero's and then incorporated that space into their current bar. So it's Blueberry Hill that I like, but it's also knowing that the part of the bar that I like hanging out in used to be the old Cicero's, which holds a lot of memories for me when I was 18, 19.
Jesse is a patron at Blueberry Hill who comes a few times a month. His connection to the place, though, goes a little bit beyond of what the average patron would be used to.
I saw a lot of bands at Cicero's. I can't remember. Phil, did we ever play Cicero's?
Yeah, one time.
Okay, one time we did. Yeah.
One time.
We used to go there a lot and see bands. It was the downstairs area.
Okay, you all remember Maybelline, about the young man with the guitar who couldn't catch her with his car?
Among some of these bands and concerts that they speak of, there's one that stands out the most, which is Chuck Berry, who most people know as the very famous guitarist. He is probably the most famous and constant regular of Blueberry Hill. And then there's Joe Edwards, probably the most famous one of all, who is the owner of Blueberry Hill and a lot of the owner of the entire loop and what has made the loop of St. Louis where we all know it as today. Without him, a lot of this and Blueberry Hill would not even be possible. The food is amazing. We're just going to focus in on this picture right here, which these are the buffalo fries. I have no idea how they make them. They're just kind of like thicker chips. They still have the french fry taste. But one of my favorite parts about Blueberry Hill is definitely the food. And this is actually my favorite item. I think the food here is what brings a lot of people back and what creates regulars, such as myself now. I actually go back there all the time, even though, this is over, but no, I love the food. So let's take a second to stare at these amazing pieces of heaven.
With my baby last Saturday night, caught a gray cloud floating in sight. Big full moon shining up above. Huddle up on.
I don't know. Really, I've worked a lot in, let's say, like the hospitality industry, and it's always one on the top 10 places in St. Louis I would suggest to anybody that was coming in from out of town, whether they knew history or not. A lot of people, you say Blueberry Hill to you, they come in from out of town, they know Chuck Berry. Yeah. They associate those two. I think, and once you get in there and check out the atmosphere with all of the memorabilia and the pictures, I think you start to figure it out, even without knowing anything.